Hi, this is Matt from customcargrills.com. I'm here to show off the mesh grill we're making for the 2015 and newer Nissan Juke. Here's what's included in the box. There's the grill frame and mesh that's pre-assembled. We also have some handy templates which act as a guide for the drill spots. 2 stainless steel socket cap screws, washers, and plastic push rivets also come with this. There are some tools that are not included, which will be needed for this installation. I'm going to use a 7/16 inch socket, ratchet, something with a sharp point, a 3/16 inch hex key, and a 1/4 inch drill bit and drill. For this installation, we're working on the bumper with it removed from the vehicle. Bumper removal is not needed, and this video will show how installation is possible with the bumper still on the vehicle. The first step in this installation is to apply the vinyl drill templates. Each one of these decals corresponds with a specific location on the bumper. If the template doesn't fit exactly along the contour of the bumper, then it should be repositioned accordingly. Once in place, these will act as a guide for the exact position of where the drilling is needed for this mesh installation. After the vinyl is applied, I'm going to mark the center of each circle with a nail, though most any sharp-pointed object should work. This will help position the drill bit a little easier. Now it's time to get out our 1/4 inch drill bit. Using a bit that comes to a point will help some during this step. I'm placing the tip of the drill bit in the center of the area I previously marked. Using a moderate speed with the drill should make short work of this step. On the sides, it's important to try and get the drill as perpendicular to the bumper as possible in order to get a true 1/4 inch hole. This step should only be done once, so it's best to make sure that the vinyl templates are put in as accurately as possible. The passenger side area does have the intercooler close to the front of the bumper. Caution should definitely be used here, and it's best that I slow the drilling down so that I can better control how far the drill point goes in. It looks like I got all the way through this time. Once we're done with the drilling, then it's time to remove the vinyl drill templates. These should be easily removed and can now be discarded. Here's how the bumper should look now. There should be 4 holes that will line up with our grill frame. It's important to note that the distance between the center of the 2 middle holes should be roughly 10 inches apart. Now I'm going to test fit our mesh piece to make sure everything's lining up okay. On the inner part of the middle tabs, we've temporarily adhered 2 locking nuts. These will come pre-installed on the finished piece, but please note they are not permanently affixed to the frame. Here's a close-up of how the installation is going to work. I'm going to put the screw through the washer, and then it will be fed through the hole in the bumper and then hand tightened on. I'm going to repeat the same step on the other side. Once they're both in place, I'll use my hex key and socket to do the final tightening. The sides of the grill will just need to be gently pushed in and then fastened with the provided plastic push rivets. To do a bumper-on installation, I'll feed the screw and washer combo in through the smaller top opening. It is a tight squeeze to get my hands through that opening in the top, but it is manageable. Next, I'll line up the pre-installed nuts that are from the mesh frame to the screws that are now coming out of the front of the bumper. Again, I'm just hand tightening these at this time. Space for hand movement is limited with the bumper still attached to the vehicle. This installation would be much easier if the bumper is temporarily removed. Here's how the stainless steel hardware system looks on the vehicle with a view from behind the openings. Now it's time to fully tighten down the hardware together. Using the socket and ratchet to hold the nut in place, I'm using the hex key to tighten the screw. If there's too much adhesive around the nut, a 12mm socket may be required for this step. From behind the bumper, it's clear to see how simple this step should be. Given the space constraints by doing the bumper-on installation, many turns of the hex key may be required to reach maximum tightness. The last step to this installation is the plastic push rivets. This does require a little dexterity in order to reach the areas through the top holes. I found it easier to use my left hand on the driver's side installation and my right hand on the passenger side installation. Turning the bumper around shows how my hand has to get fairly deep in and twist a little bit in order to get the push rivet through both the grille frame and the bumper. Here's how the 4 different installation spots while the bumper is off the vehicle. Everything should be tight to the bumper and secured in place. If there's something loose, this is the time to fix it. Now, this is what the finished product can look like. There's a few different frame colors available, as well as different mesh choices. The frame used in this video is a flat black version, and the mesh is our Hex XXL. When installed properly, this mesh grille should contour well to the factory bumper shape, and provide some protection to the Juke radiator, as well as add some style to the vehicle. I hope you liked this video, and if you have any questions about this installation or any of our other videos, feel free to contact me.